I send you so much love and light. Thank you for joining me for today's readings. We're going to take a look at the energy coming in this week in your love life. What is the vibe like in your love life this week? The energy, the experiences. I'll let you guys know what comes through from Spirit, and I do hope that you enjoy these love readings. If you're new here, my name is Lynn. This is Passionate Heart Tarot. Thank you for joining me for today's readings. We're going to start out with Aquarius's reading. Happy birthday to all my beautiful Aquarius. Let's get into it, you guys. All right, before I begin, just want to take a moment to invite the white light, Holy Spirit. All right, Aquarius, what's going on this week in your love life? I really feel like you guys are going to open yourself up to dating, open yourself up to letting someone pursue you, but it feels like you've been hesitant about opening yourself up to this one person. I feel like you've been trying to feel them out to see what it is, like to see what they're all about. These messages coming through the 7 of Cups and then the 5 of Cups in reverse feels like there's potential for this week to become very emotional. At least so if there is someone that you already have a bad feeling about, Aquarius, or there's just something about this person that maybe you even feel like you've caught them in little white lies, just something about this person's vibe where you feel you need to think carefully about pursuing it or listening to them, or letting them pursue you or moving things forward. See, if you're not already there thinking of those things, it feels like this week the vibe could switch and you start to really question this person's intentions towards you. The 7 of Cups as the overall energy, that shows me where your thoughts change this week. So it's a switch in the energy. It goes from kind of just letting your feelings and emotions get the best of you, kind of being swept up in this person's charm and charisma, having thoughts about what could be between us, even thoughts about the physical, the sexual encounters, like just thinking about this person, really crushing on this person. But it feels like there's something about this person that gives you pause. So if you don't already feel that way, it feels like your mind switches when it comes to them. And where you thought it was going in the right direction, even though you were hesitant about it, it feels like this week you just really start to second guess things about this person and their intentions towards you. It feels like a lot happens in this week where you've been holding back, but you decide to give it a chance. Like, I see the worry, I see the hesitancy, but it also feels like you still decide to give this person a chance and let them in, and communication between the two of you really increases this week. It feels like other things increase that you've been holding back from. You'll connect physically with this person, sexually with this person. I see where there's potential for that, to just kind of let the passion take you over. And it feels like you do have an amazing time with them. And I know in the moment it felt good to let your guard down, but then why do I see afterwards it feels like you're even more worried than you were before? So when I see a message like this, I feel like it's Spirit giving advice, if you choose to take it, to listen to what those hesitations are that you have. Because your intuition is telling you something and it's not going to steer you wrong. Because I see where things switch up and you could look back at it and say to yourself, you know what, I should have listened. I knew something wasn't right. That Page of Cups in a love reading, especially where I see these positive thoughts turn to worry, That gives me pause about this person's intentions towards you. So some of you even look at this reading as a confirmation. If you've been wondering, should I pursue this, but something is telling you no, I feel like it's telling, Spirit is telling you, if you don't want to just cut it off altogether, to just really take your time and see what this person is all about, because it feels like that's what you end up doing afterwards anyway. If someone has been pressuring you for things to get more physical and sexual, and you're in this energy where you feel like you don't want to, you're not really sure, because your gut is telling you something. Because for some of you, what I can see happening is this person comes on really strong. They're pursuing you. They're showing you a lot of affection, a lot of attention. So you decide, even though you have pause, to open yourself up to them. But it feels like after you engage, it feels like the connection takes a weird turn where you guys either stop talking, you go your separate ways, or it's just like one of you walks away from the other one. And that Page of Cups in this spread for you guys is not a good sign about someone's true intentions towards you. That's a person who feels like they're kind of out to get what they want in the moment, and once they get what they want, like they're fulfilled, they're good. It's not a person who's thinking about showing the other one stability and commitment. So I feel like you're getting a lot of warnings in your reading, but it's really all about you just listening to that little voice that's already telling you that something is off about this person. But if you choose to not listen to that little voice, and you give into the passion, you give into the chemistry, you decide to open up to them, if that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. But I'm telling you that I see afterwards where things really switch up with this person. So if you feel like you're okay with that, then you're going to do what you want to do. But if you already feel like you're worried about this person like backing away, or after they get really what they want, if you're worried that they're going to leave you or walk away from you, I have to give you those warnings that it feels like this person, you guys end up going your separate ways, and it's something that you were so hesitant about. You told yourself you shouldn't have opened up to it. You do, and it feels like there's potential for you to regret that. It kind of feels like a singles reading, but if you resonate with it, you resonate with it. I just see where this week you end up telling yourself, like, I should have listened. I knew something was off. I knew something wasn't right, and I should have listened to that. How they treat you and how they react to you is going to be very revealing about what this person truly is all about, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, that's what I can see going on. I love you guys so much. All right, Pisces, let's get into your love reading. Let's see what's going on this week in your love life. Let's tap in and see. Sagittarius's energy, Libra's energy is here. Are you guys thinking of one of those signs? There could be one thinking of you, Pisces. Cross watchers here, or your own moon or rising sign. When I see the Three of Pentacles in reverse, especially with that Nine of Pentacles there, some of you this week are really choosing to hold back from someone, even refrain from this person physically and sexually. Choosing to definitely keep doing you, taking your me time to focus on yourself. I see when you look in the mirror, Pisces, you're very proud of yourself. You feel really good about yourself. When you look at yourself from head to toe, I just see you feeling like you're doing a really good job of taking care of yourself, providing for yourself, just being really proud of yourself this week, to the point where you feel like you don't need anybody. So for those of you that are single, it feels like you totally embrace that vibe of being single and independent, and you feel really good about that. You know your worth, and you know for sure, like if you wanted to be with someone or attract someone to you, you could do that very easily. You could find that anywhere. But it feels like this week you're focused and concentrating on yourself. So if anyone is in a relationship with a Pisces this week, it just feels like you'll see them really take their space. I think it is important, though, if someone made a promise to make sure that they're still keeping their promises. That's important. I know that that's important for someone that is involved with a Pisces. From this person's perspective that's involved with you, I can see where if you're not romantic this week, Pisces, and making the connection a priority, it's going to really make your person worried. And even they're going to start to think about promises that you made that they feel you're not keeping. So if the connection is in a fragile place already, I have to tell you that this will be the worst week to not pay attention to your person. This week from your person's perspective and in their eyes and in their heart, they really want to be paid attention to this week. And if there's something that you said you were going to do, if you don't do it, it's just going to create a lot of worry. And if the connection is already in a fragile place, that could be the last straw. Is someone even forgetting that it's a very special week? Because I know one of you in this connection could look at this week, Valentine's Day, as, oh, it's no big deal. To the other one, whoever the other person is in this connection, they look at this as a very, very big deal. So I know that they're really waiting to see the other one's actions towards them. So for those of you in a relationship, if you just want things to go the best that it can and for the relationship to be as happy as it can, making the connection a priority and making the other person's experiences and feelings a priority, and also making Valentine's Day a romantic priority will be of the utmost importance. Because I can just see if someone remains in that independent energy, if you're in a connection, that's not going to be helpful for the connection. But for those of you that are single, when I tap into that energy of you really focusing on yourself and like embracing that independence, that just feels like you're in a position of power, and there's people that you will turn down this week, feeling like you don't need any kind of attention from an outside source. You feel like everything that you need, you have. For those of you that are in a relationship, if you're not prioritizing your person's feelings, it can cause issues between the two of you this week. Because when I look at things from the other one's perspective, this week is very important to them. What happens this week is very important, but that's what I can see going on in your energy this week. I love you guys so much. Aries, let's get into your love reading. Let's see what's happening in your love life this week. Cancer's energy, Taurus's energy is also coming through. Are you guys thinking of a Cancer or a Taurus or a Sagittarius? I'll mention their energy because it's showing up in your reading. So it could be your own moon or rising sign or cross watchers here. Your reading is a little similar to Pisces in that I see where independence this week is just being embraced. So for those of you that are single, you have so many people just trying to get with you this week, communicating with you to the point where I think you could feel like you don't like the moves that certain people are making towards you. It just feels like this week, Aries, all eyes are on you. You are the center of attention. You are a 10 out of 10. Wherever you go, you turn heads. But I see you guys really embracing this independent energy. So that's why I'm kind of reading for the singles first, to let you know how you are shining, to let you know like people are looking at you this week as the ultimate catch. Like you're perfect. You're intelligent, you're beautiful, you're well dressed, like you just take care of yourself. So people see all of these things about you. It feels like there's even unwanted attention you will receive this week. People coming on a little bit stronger than you'd like, coming on too strong, being aggressive, even sending you some messages. I can see where there's things that you read from someone that you don't like and it's a huge turn off for you. It just feels like they're moving too fast and they're coming on too strong. So it just feels like you're trying to figure things out for yourself, and I see you embracing the energy of, you know what, I'm gonna still feel things out. I'm still gonna be single. I'm not making a commitment to anyone this week. I'm just gonna see, I'm just gonna feel things out. You definitely can take your pick from whoever you choose. It feels like you're going to have more than one person looking to be your Valentine, looking to spend time with you. It just feels like around Aries energy, the biggest turnoff is if someone is coming on too strong, moving too fast, because it just comes across as aggressive. It comes across as thirsty. So there's just a little bit of advice. I feel like around Aries energy, the way that they look at it is less is more. Please just allow me to do me and embrace my independence. Like if you want to pursue me, please do it in a way that is classy. That's what an Aries wants. That's what I can see. So Aries is definitely feeling out whoever it is that, is trying to pursue them and get with them. I see where they're watching very closely the moves that anyone makes towards them. And Aries, it just feels like you're thinking about what's really important in a partner and you're not going to settle. You're thinking about your upbringing. You're thinking about things that are important to you traditionally, things that are important to you as far as religious factors, morals, ethics. You're thinking about the kind of partner that you want, and you're definitely not settling. For some of you this week, you decide to hold back even physically and sexually. So it definitely feels like it's a singles kind of vibe. But for those of you that are in a relationship, there's tension around you and your person this week. You could even have your person get jealous and show you their jealous side about, who's interested in you, who you're talking to. Some of you, if your person is jealous and you know it, I feel like that really comes out this week because they're kind of like even jumping to conclusions about someone that you show no interest in any way, shape, or form. But if someone shows interest in you, it feels like whoever you're dealing with is going to mention that they don't like that. So you'll definitely see someone's jealous side come out this week. You'll see that. For those of you that are in a relationship and you've been working on yourself, you've been committing to yourself, and there's significant changes that you've made in your life, your body, your appearance. It feels like this week that stirs up some insecurity within your person, the one that you're involved with now. If you're involved with someone, Aries, your person is definitely more needy and wants your time, undivided time and attention. Could feel like you're slipping away, like they're losing you. I think they have those worries and those thoughts on their mind this week. So if you are with someone that you really care about, you love this person, and you want advice for how to make things work the best way, it'll be really important this week that you show your person some quality time, undivided attention. Be really careful not to be short patient with them or kind of snap at them if you feel like they're very needy of your time when you're not able. This week, the romance and the physical and sexual connection is very important to your person. It feels like they want to connect with you in that way, so they see how you feel about them, so they can feel like the connection, so they can feel your bond. If you're in a relationship, I feel like Spirit is telling you to don't forget to make time for your person, because they look at this week as it's a very special week. Okay, my beautiful Aries, that's what I can see going on, you guys. All right, Taurus, let's get into your love reading this week. What's going on in your love life? Let's see what the messages are. So Aries and Sagittarius's energy is here. Are you guys on the cusp of Aries, or are those your moon or rising sign? Pisces also. This could represent who you're thinking of, Taurus, or who's cross-watching your reading. Moon or rising sign. Some of you this week decide that a connection is not over, that you are going to move forward, that you are going to take a chance, because it feels like you guys really open yourselves up, and like you have a change of heart, you have a change in your mindset, you have a change in your point of view that makes you feel like it's safe to take a chance and open up, like to really take a chance. So ways that you've been holding back to protect yourself, it feels like this week you see for yourself, like you make a final decision that you're going to embrace this, you're going to open up, because it just feels like it's right. So if you've been holding back, I see you opening up to someone. For those of you that you're thinking about a connection, you have a history with this person, things are kind of on the fence. It feels like you mend things this week. If you've had those thoughts about should I stay, should I go, what should I do, it feels like this week you decide to stay. You decide to keep pursuing this to see what lies ahead. Your faith is restored in the connection. You open up your heart. And I see where this week things are going to be very successful for you in your love life. There's so much romance. There's so much chemistry on the horizon. Even some of the most satisfying physical and sexual experiences you've had with them. I see a lot of romance around you this week. And you know, when you open yourself up to this person, I feel like they get right back into the roles, the role you feel they should play, and then also like the role that you feel you should play, if that makes sense. So there's something about this week where I see you getting to this place where you feel content. Whoever it is that you choose to give this chance to, Taurus, they are going to rise to the occasion. You're going to see this person's potential, like the potential. Even this, it just feels like you're seeing them in a whole new light this week, where you think, you know what, they would be a good spouse someday. This person is marriage material. This person would be an amazing parent if they're not already. It's looking at them with the highest regard. That's why the Emperor's energy is coming through. So I see where your mind changes and you open up and you take a chance. So I feel like a very straightforward message for anyone wondering, should I take a chance? Yes, you should, because it's going to be very successful. It's going to, from this week, you'll see how things unfold thereafter. Like this is the week, Taurus, where things could really turn around for the better in your love life and in this connection. And it feels like this week you'll look back at it and see like that was a turning point for us. All you have to do is tell them yes, to let them know that they have the green light, so to speak. I know that you will see this person rise to the occasion. You will see everything that they bring to the table and everything that they have to offer. And I do really mean that, because when you see the major arcana coming through like this, the Lovers, the Judgment, the Decision, and like the turnaround, and seeing things from a positive, open, enlightened perspective. So if you've been feeling things out with this person, it feels like you truly see what they're all about this week, and the connection hits you really hard, and you start to develop very deep feelings just based off of what you feel you see, the potential within this person. For others of you, you know you have a longer history and you're deciding to give them another chance. Deciding to give yourself another chance, the connection another chance. It just feels like around your energy, Taurus, this week things take a turn for the better and become much more serious than they've been. And it's just like from that energy of knowing that things are going to be serious between us, that I'm going to give the other one a fair chance, an open chance. I see where things really thrive and blossom from that. So if you want to see the best within someone, put your faith in them and give them a chance and watch how they come forward. It feels like this person that you're involved with really thrives off of knowing that their person looks at them with the utmost respect and in the highest regard. So if you're dealing with a man, this man needs to know, like, you look at me like I could be a father to your children someday. You look at me like I could be an amazing husband. You look at me like I'm a protector, I'm a provider. If you give this man like that leeway and let him know that you do trust in him and have faith in him like that, you will really see him blossom this week. You'll really see what he's all about. All right, Taurus. So I feel like this week Spirit is showing me a change in your heart, a change in mindset, and you really opening yourself up. They're not going to let you down, Taurus. If you give this person a chance, things are going to be very successful. And I feel like it's a beautiful week ahead, because it is like a whirlwind of chemistry and emotions and flirtation and just really feeling like it's safe with someone. Okay, you guys, that's what I can see going on this week, Taurus. I love you so much. Hi, Gemini. Let's get into your love reading. Let's see what's happening in your love life this week. So, Gemini, your own energy is here. Are you thinking of another Gemini? Your moon and rising signs, and every initial in the deck is here for you guys. There's only 3 and they all have come through. B, J, and M. Are those initials important to you? I'll mention it because it's here. Lovers in reverse with the Ace of Cups in reverse as the overall energy. It's harder for the two of you to hold back from each other than it is to just embrace what the two of you have. But it also feels like this week, the chemistry between the two of you is it's unreal and it's unbelievable. It just feels like there's so much tension between the two of you because of that chemistry. Ego is making me hold back. The two of you are crazy about each other. Okay, so let me tell you what I see happening here. The two of you, I feel like you even get a kick out of the way you guys tease each other, because you have had so many experiences with this person. I don't mean just in this lifetime. I mean lifetime after lifetime. The two of you keep coming back together to have these beautiful experiences. So you're absolutely meant to be together. And the love that you feel for each other is real, because it's something that's happened lifetime after lifetime. The two of you are dying to be together, in love with each other. It just feels like this week there's so much right underneath the surface that's just dying to come out. And it feels like you still hold back from each other, but both of you knowing, like, I'm in love with them. I know they're in love with me. I know this is the love of my life. But who's going to say it first? Who's going to make the first move? It feels like ego keeps coming between the two of you, and one of you feels like I should hold back to see them come forward. This week, I want to embrace this vibe of being alluring and mysterious. They don't need to know all my business. Like that's what the vibe is like. But holding back like that, I feel like it doesn't have the kind of effect that one is going for. They get in their own feelings, and I think they start to feel some kind of way, so to speak, about how they feel the other one is holding back from them. So then it's this weird vibe of like, okay, well, if you're going to hold back from me, I'm going to hold back from you. But it's harder for the two of you to hold back than it is to just embrace what you have or what could be. So if there's been a breakup, or there's been distance, or you've been in a no contact situation, you get back together. Like the no contact energy is no longer, I see you talking again. It's like I'll only go so far. So it's funny that one of you will go as far as, okay, I'm going to break the no contact situation. I'm going to make the first move in that way. I'm going to put myself out there to let them know that I want to talk, that I want to get back together, that I want to bridge this gap between us. I'll make that first move. I'll be brave enough, I'll be courageous enough, and I'm going to reach out. And the way that the other one responds is very positive. I can see where it does put the two of you back in contact again. It brings the two of you back together. Both of you knowing what you really want. Both of you knowing that you want to get back together all the way and be back in a relationship. There's all of this tension because of what's not being said. I can also see what the two of you feel and how you're holding back from each other. Because it's like you keep waiting for the other one to come a little bit forward. It feels like, okay, I made a move, now you make a move. So I will say this. The way that you can really get things off track between the two of you is trying to play hard to get, or holding back intentionally, or testing the other one. It feels like that just creates more work and unnecessary work, when this week it could really be amazing and incredible with the things that you two really feel for each other and everything that you really want to say to each other. It's a week to really open up and let the other one know how you feel, because I do see where that will be mirrored. So I feel like advice from Spirit is to live in the moment, embrace what the two of you really have together. This is a love like no other. It's easier to just give into it than it is to hold back. Okay, Gemini, I love you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. All right, Cancer, let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on in your love life this week. Your Cancer energy is here. Are you thinking of another Cancer? Some of you, your energy is coming in reverse. It's just the way that this person sends you for a loop. I definitely see the vibe around you this week is confusion with certain things, but then it's also like not wanting the other one to know that I feel confused, not wanting the other one to know that I'm stressing out over things. 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. These two energies are the overall energy. Ultimately, it feels like you'll move away from anything that you feel is really stressing you out. Like it's better to just release that. It just feels like there's someone around you and you can't get a good sense of this person's intentions towards you. You can't get a good sense of how they really feel about you. Because it feels like this person has done things in your eyes that create suspicion or just cast doubt over those things because of their own actions. Some of you even decide this week that it's the test. And if this person doesn't treat you the way you feel you deserve, or even show you the time that you feel you deserve, this is like the week where you feel them out, and it's the last week that you'll do that. Do you know what I mean, Cancer? So if you're in a relationship, you may resonate with what I'm saying. For others of you, it could be someone that you've just been dating and seeing where it's going to go. And if this week they don't live up to your expectations, that's where it feels like you decide that it's better to release it. It'll make me feel better. I don't want to stress myself out about it anymore, because it feels like when it comes to this person, you're not really asking them. You're more watching them. You're not asking because it feels like your heart is vulnerable. So you'd rather just let their actions speak for them. It feels like what happens this week, Cancer, is this person doesn't live up to your expectations. You give them like this week to prove who they are to you, to show you that they are serious, to show you their maturity, to show you positive intentions towards you. And it just feels like they fall short this week. They're not communicating with you the way that you want it, they're as frequently as you want. They're not saying the right things to you. That's how you look at it. But what it feels you do is you keep all of this inside. It doesn't look like you're going to make yourself vulnerable to this person to look for a straightforward answer. It feels like you just kind of maintain, but you're going through so much emotionally without them really knowing it. It feels like for some of you, once you feel the time has ran out this week for them to prove their intentions towards you, you're going to look at it and feel like this is not going anywhere. And moreover, it's not going where I want it to go. And I'm kind of torturing myself when it comes to this person. And I'm choosing this week to just let it go. So it feels like it gets to that point. So I feel like what someone needs to know is around Cancer's energy, they're really being tested, and this week is significant in their eyes. That's what the vibe is like around them. So if you're a cross watcher, you could feel this way about a Cancer. That's what the vibe is. This week is important for me to see what they're all about, how they are with me this week, how they treat me this week. The effort that they put into the connection and into me this week is going to show me everything I need to know about that person. So it's like a test this week. And it feels like you guys are in this place of deciding for yourself, like, I'd rather release it and let it go than hold on and be confused and have worry and not have peace of mind. I feel like it's much better if I just release it and let it go. So it feels like that's your way of taking control, taking charge of the situation, and really teaching this person how to treat you. So I feel like advice to someone around Cancer's energy is if you've been wanting them to prove their intentions towards you, I feel like you will really see this person's intentions proven to you this week through their actions, or moreover, the lack thereof. And I feel like there's also additional advice coming through for whoever wants to take it. It's not the week to hold back. It's not the week to be lazy when it comes to the connection. It's not the week to joke around. It's the week for you to prove yourself if indeed you feel like you have something to prove and you want to make sure that the reputation is true. Your reputation is true in the other one's eyes. So it's either the week to really step up or to watch and see if someone steps up this week the way that you want them to. It's an unspoken ultimatum. This week is going to really send the connection in a different direction. And what I mean by that is either we're going to have it or we're not. Either I'm going to hold on to it or I'm going to let it go. It feels like someone decides that this week in your reading, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, I love you guys so much. Leo, my beautiful Leos, let's get into your love reading now. Let's see what's happening in your love life this week. Taurus's energy has come through. Is anyone thinking of a Taurus? Your Leo energy is here, and Libra's energy is here. Leos, this looks like it's a little bit of a rocky week. Trust me, I don't want to see that. I'm a Leo myself. Sun, moon, rising. Like, most of my placements are in Leo, as you guys already know. But this looks like it's a rocky week. You could really end up breaking someone's heart this week, Leo. It feels like you're in this place where you're thinking about what is really important. And I mean like an adult conversation with yourself about what's important in my life. Where is my life going? What do I need? What do I want? Thinking even back to the way that you grew up and comparing it to how your life is now. Thinking very deeply about certain ethics and morals and traditions and like your moral compass and like your deep sense of self and direction. So you're looking around at your love life and seeing what fits, who fits, and what doesn't. It feels like when you take a look at someone, Leo, or maybe even for some of you, your love life, the way that it's been going, I know deep down you feel that it's not meeting your expectations, but it's not petty expectations. It's super important expectations for where you want to be right now. And when I see the Hierophant in reverse, that lets me know that you have been compromising. You are compromising. And this week, it feels like you see that for yourself, that you have been compromising. It feels like this week, Leo, you're just taking such a hard look in the mirror and how things are set up for you. And if it just feels like this week you don't like what you see. There's definitely potential for this week to feel kind of down at times when it comes to your love life. But then I think this week you realize the ways that you've been settling and you're not going to settle anymore. It's either whoever is involved with you needs to be 100% or nothing at all. Your expectations become really high. But the thing about it is, some of you don't give this person the courtesy of an explanation. It feels like for some of you, when you sit back and you look at things and you feel like I've been settling and that's been heartbreaking for me, I'm not my best self right now. Do you see these energies? Because I'm reading it like that because that's your energy coming in reverse. Some of you just are all about the truth this week, and you see the ways that you haven't been truthful to yourself, even about this connection, even certain things about yourself that you're settling and compromising for. You're thinking about all this very, very deeply. Feels like you're on a mission this week to clear out the weeds. Whatever's wrong, you want to make it right. But some of you, like I said, you don't even give the courtesy of an explanation to this person. You just kind of disappear, or you stop talking to them altogether. Or some of you even decide without an explanation, I'm going to block them. I don't want to talk to them anymore. Or it's just like taking this stance of blocking this person from your energy, from your heart. It feels like you do that because you feel hurt. And you don't want someone to keep hurting you, so you choose to put up walls around yourself. And for some of you, those walls are going in no contact, blocking this person. That's what's going on for you this week, Leo. It just feels like you're taking a good hard look around. And if you don't like something that you see, you're not going to just let it keep happening, or let that be a part of your life anymore, or let someone be a part of your life anymore. The thing about it though, they're not going to let you go so easily. That's the thing. Like, okay, even if you choose to block this person, not talk to them, or you try to ghost them, they're going to find a way around that. They're going to be looking for an explanation. So even if you try to just disappear in that way, They're going to want answers, because I can see you pulling back from them, Leo, because you feel like it's not living up to your expectations. That's actually really heartbreaking for this person. And I think it's important for you to know, like, their heart is invested here. If their heart wasn't invested, it wouldn't be broken like this. For you deciding that it's not meeting your expectations, from you deciding that you don't want to talk to them. If they didn't care, they wouldn't care. But I see where you deciding that to distance yourself from this person even really, really hurts them. And the thing about it is, they're going to want to strive to do everything right. I feel like they could even be really blindsided by your pulling back, or you just disappear, or you really limit communication without an explanation. That really hurts them. They're blindsided by that, and they take it like, okay, I need to fix this. I need to make it right. So even if you break up with someone this week, Leo, they're going to try and get back together with you this week. For others of you this week, I see someone coming back into the picture, that maybe this has already happened and you guys have been in separation or distant. So it's funny that the overall energy is justice. So that shows me the way that you guys take a stance on things, and you are not going to allow anything to continue on happening that you feel is not right or unjust or that you don't deserve. So you take that stance on things. You could just tell this person what you need, Leo, what you want. You don't have to take it there. I can see where some of you do, but you don't have to. It feels like you could just speak up and be honest with this person about what you feel is missing or what you feel you need. And I can see where they're going to try and do their best to give you what you need, what you want, and to try to fix whatever is broken or missing between the two of you. It's very important that you voice what you need instead of just automatically expecting certain things from them. All right, you guys, that's what I can see going on this week, Leo. I love you so much. Hey, Virgo, let's get into your love reading now. Let's see what's going on this week in your love life. Capricorn's energy has come through. Is anyone thinking of a Capricorn, involved with a Capricorn? Your own moon or rising sign, Virgo? And your Virgo energy is here as well. So you could be involved with another Virgo, moon or rising sign. I'll mention it because it's here. Then Aries energy has also come through. So same thing, cross watchers, who you're thinking of, moon or rising sign. Ace of Wands is the overall energy. Ace of Wands is very virile, it's very masculine, it's very sexual. And when you see that energy come in reverse, it lets me know that someone is feeling small, they're feeling maybe even unattractive, they're feeling like insecure. They feel very insecure. What's making someone feel insecure is just needing more clarity about the other one's feelings and intentions towards them. Because when I tap into that person's energy who's feeling that way, they really are dying for more support and they feel very overwhelmed. And resentment is growing because they feel resentful that the other one doesn't see these things that I need. They don't see it. So it makes them, I can just see where one of you in this connection is like really keeping a lot inside, struggling with what I'm describing to you. It's like, how do you feel about me? Do you even care? I need more of your support. So it just feels like they're keeping all of that inside. It comes out in other ways. I wish they would just be straightforward about it, but it feels like this person's not going to do that. It feels like those insecurities will come out in other ways. So it feels like this week, the two of you are kind of struggling to understand the other one and where they're coming from because of what's being held back. And one of the biggest blockages is just feeling like I don't have power and control. I don't have the independence that I want. And I feel like I'm struggling. It does feel like you guys will get to the point where this comes to a head, where everything that I'm saying to you actually comes out and there is a conversation about it, although it just feels like it's pulling teeth to get to that point. It feels like it will get to that point and you guys will actually talk about things gently with each other and resolve it. Because it feels like this week there is a true opportunity to really break some of those unhealthy patterns, to put an end to a cycle that keeps repeating, a toxic cycle, a negative cycle. It feels like this week there is true potential to cut those cords and really free yourselves and the connection from what holds you back. Those darker times, that negative energy, it feels like even though there's tension between you and this person, things will be talked about and come up to the surface. So if that's already happened, as far as the tension, know that things are going to head in the right direction and there will be a resolution for you this week. Like there's a huge turnaround that happens. And it's through gently talking to each other, just like breaking the ice. So this could even be a nudge to someone from spirit that it is time to talk because things will really get resolved. I mean, in a major way, not just putting a band-aid over it, but truly healing and purging. And for those of you that feel like you're kind of already in this place of struggling with your person, it's a very beautiful reading, letting you know that everything is going to get back on track and you're going to be feeling supported again. You're going to be feeling safe again, or you're going to be feeling like you are a protector and a provider and that your person is putting that faith in you that makes you feel powerful. So for others of you, I just see this energy that lingers between the two of you. So it's just spirit letting you know what could be triggered this week, what topics could come up again, what could come up to the surface. The best thing this week really is to just talk gently with each other. Okay, Virgo, that's what I can see going on. I love you guys so much. All right, Libra, let's get into your love reading. Let's see what's going on in your love life this week. Pisces energy and Aries energy has come through, Libra. Are you thinking of one of those signs? Cross watchers maybe, or your own moon or rising sign. I'll mention it because it's coming through. Then Leo's energy as well. So same thing. Who you're thinking of, cross watchers, moon or rising sign. It just feels like you have someone that is waiting for you. Like really invested in you. And I don't want to make this person sound desperate, but I mean, no, they're not desperate, but they're just waiting for you to show them a sign, to show them something. You have a person around you, Libra, that I can see really has a lot of questions about your feelings for them. This person loves you so much that they wouldn't know how to stop loving you even if they tried. Even if in the past they tried to release you and let you go, they just can't do it. This person is too invested in too deep. Their feelings are too strong. But when I tap into their energy, they're left with so many questions, wondering about your feelings for them, how you truly feel about them, because they jump to this conclusion and they say they don't love me the way that I love them. I'm more in love with this Libra than they are with me. So you have someone that is feeling that way about you this week, thinking about how invested they are, everything that they've given to you from their heart, their time, their energy. But when this person thinks about the history, they feel it's not aligning. They think that they love you more, that they're more invested, and they just keep waiting to see all of this come to fruition or to get an answer from you about what's going to happen and how you feel. It's spirit letting you know how strongly they feel, how connected to you they are, and what they wish, because this person is in this energy of wishing that you would choose them over everyone else. Other romantic options that you have, or for those of you in a relationship, they just feel like other people, other things are coming before them. So that's why they're kind of in their feelings this week, in their head, really longing for your affection and attention, really longing to get a response from you. And they'll continue to wait for you. There is no one else that they feel can take your place or fill your shoes, so they're not even going to try. It's not that they need to, if they're waiting for you to come forward, to come back to them, to open up to them, they don't need to entertain themselves with someone else this week. That's important for you to know, because if you're wondering like about any romantic competition, if you guys are in a space where you're not exactly together, there is no other romantic competition, and what they'll do is just wait for you. They don't want to give of themselves to anyone else, especially when it comes to physically and sexually. They don't want to be with anyone else but you. If you're in a relationship, it's definitely not a week to hold back from the romance, from the physical, from the sexual, from the foreplay and things like that. It's a week to really embrace all of that. For others of you, it's just spirit letting you know how badly this person wants you and how invested in you they are. And if you've been holding back from them, will you still continue to hold back this week knowing that they feel this way? If you're holding back because you are questioning their intentions and if it's safe, this person loves you very deeply. There is no one else. From their perspective, it's like, this is my future. This is why I've invested so much. This is where I want to be. They feel like the ball is in your court as far as how things will blossom and develop and move forward. That's how they all feel, Libra. Whether it's someone on the outside wanting you to choose them, or your own person, wishing that you'd show them the reasons why you chose them. That's what I can see going on. It's definitely been a theme in some of the other signs this week for just needing more of the other one's affection and attention, like that need. Okay, you guys, that's what I can see going on, Libra. I hope that this is helpful for you. I love you so much. All right, Scorpio, let's get into your reading next. Your love life this week. Let's see what your messages are. Scorpio, Capricorn, and Taurus, all of that energy has come through, as well as Leo and Sagittarius. So those could be cross watchers. Some of those signs are cross watchers watching your reading, Scorpio, or you might even be involved with another Scorpio, moon or rising signs. I'll mention all of that because it's here. It feels like the connection with you is dangerous in a way, but like this person wouldn't change anything about it because it's passionate and it's exciting. Some of you know that even the connection with this person can get kind of toxic at times, but it feels like that's just something. For some of you, it's what makes the connection with this person exciting, because look at these energies coming through, like the devil. So that's why I talk about the connection and the excitement of it all, because the devil, those are the lovers on the card. They're just in a different energy, a very intense energy, very, very lustful, very sexual, exciting. But then it also feels like, is it really good for me? That's what I see someone asking. And like, even though they know the connection is not good for me, the connection is kind of dangerous, it's still everything that I want. So it feels like this week you guys realize, and you're being really truthful with yourself about things in the connection that are not right and things that need fixing. But it also feels like, you know what, I accept them, I accept this, I accept everything that they're bringing to the table, and it's bringing the two of you very close this week. There's a huge change on the horizon where you guys are choosing to embrace a connection that deep down you feel needs improvement, but you're just choosing to embrace it because you're so drawn to this person. You feel like you can't fight the passion. You're thinking about, you know, what could be fixed, but then there's also a lot of optimism in that energy. So you're being real with yourself about what is unhealthy in your love life, or even about a particular connection. Because I know for some of you, this person has a jealous side. For some of you, you know that you can get equally jealous. For some of you, you know you love this person, but then it's like also kind of being really fixated on them, obsessing over things at times. That's really what the vibe is like. It's very contradictory because look at this energy here, the devil and the Hierophant. It's like, on the one hand, I know what's bad about this, but on the other hand, I feel like everything else is perfect with this person. Everything else lives up to my expectations and it's what I want. It's like a very whirlwind connection. It feels like the two of you keep each other on your toes, and it's even lustful. It's kind of like being like teenagers even, but like this deep sense of I want them and I'm devoted to them. It's recognizing what's bad, but then also choosing to focus on the many other things between the two of you that feels like it's good. If you had an argument with them recently, you guys are going to make up this week and be back together, back in a relationship. They could even come forward with an expensive gift for you this week. Something like a promise to you, tangible. Like, I'm going to give you this item so you know why I'm committed to you. You know how I feel about you. For some of you, it's traditional, like it's a ring. For others of you, it's something that's just very unique for the two of you. But this person gives you this item because it's the way that they let you know, I love you, this is where I want to be. You two definitely do love each other. You also realize that there are some things about the connection that needs improvement and that is unhealthy. Some of you just feel like this person is like a bad boy or a bad girl, and that's what you like about them. You want to be with them because it's exciting and it's passionate and it's some of the best sexual experiences you've had. For others of you, it's just you've had some things happen in the past that you know created a darker history, but like this is your person and this is who you want to be with, flaws and all. So it's really choosing to be committed to and love someone and embrace someone, flaws and all. That's what the vibe is like this week. And for some of you here, like an engagement that happens this week, or it's a promise of an engagement, a promise for things to move forward, or this tangible item that you receive from this person. It's choosing to still be with this person even though it's not perfect. Okay, you guys, that's what I can see going on, Scorpio. I love you so much. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into your love reading. What's happening for you guys this week? I feel like You're going to choose happiness. Virgo's energy and Leo's energy, Pisces energy, your own Sagittarius energy has come through. So I'll mention all of those signs. It could be who you're thinking of, or cross watchers, or your own moon or rising sign. It just feels like you get in touch with yourself in ways that you haven't in a while, being really open and honest with yourself about who you are, who you want to be, who you've become, your goals. Definitely connecting to your spirituality this week. The hermit energy, I see where you really look inside. And after you look inside, you're going to have all the answers you need. So if you're watching a lot of tarot and you're seeking answers, the best person to get those answers from is your higher self. And all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is not be afraid to look inside. Okay, that's what I can see. A sign to someone, a message to someone, or you will be led in the right direction to find your answers. Just let yourself be open to receiving those answers and you will. So it feels like you take a look deep inside, introspection, and you really connect with your higher self. I see where your vibration is high, your energy is high, you're in a very positive place this week, Sagittarius. You are glowing from the inside out. Your overall energy, the overall experiences in your love life is the sun. That is joy and fulfillment and happiness and positivity. Someone could end up getting really happy news about a pregnancy. So I just see where you're full of joy and your beauty shines from the inside out, and that happens after you look inside. This week you do that, you find your joy, you find your direction, you find your happiness, and it just feels like you let so much go this week. And when the week is over, you're left feeling so free and so much lighter, like a burden has been lifted off of you. Look at this energy coming through, the 10 of Wands. So you choose to let go of what's been holding you back. You choose to let go of it. And for others of you, it's like a freedom that comes when you don't fight your choices anymore. Because I know for some of you, there's a path that you want to take and you keep fighting whether or not you should take that path. But you really want to. There's a person that you want or a connection that you want, and everything is pointing you in that direction, yet you keep second guessing it. This week, just look inside. You'll get all the answers that you need. If that's where you want to be and that's who you choose and that feels right to you, let yourself go for it, because I see when you do and you stop fighting what you really want, you are going to feel amazing. You're going to feel like it's a whole new fresh start in your love life, in your life. I see a tremendous weight being lifted off of you, relieving yourself of that pressure. This week, you get a whole new start in your love life. I say that because even like these two energies is spirit really doubling down and showing you what comes to an end and what begins. When you release and let go, the freedom that you'll feel. I just see you being so happy and feeling so strong and just feeling like you have a whole new lease on your love life. So if you've been down, things are really going to turn around for you in a beautiful and positive way. Know that you have that to look forward to. Okay, that's what I can see going on, Sagittarius. I love you guys so much. Hey, Capricorn, let's get into your reading now, your love life this week. Let's see what's going on. What are your messages? I just see a lot of relief. There's a lot of relief that comes in for you. And it comes to you when you stop making excuses for someone, Capricorn, or you just really believe what this person has chosen to show you. Like, it feels like someone has already shown you their true colors. And you really struggle with whether or not you want to accept what they've shown you. But it feels like this week that turns around and you're seeing someone's true colors, but moreover, accepting what this person is showing you. It feels like there's been a lot on your mind, like a lot of pressure. There's things that you keep thinking about over and over, and it's really driving you crazy. I can see what keeps you up at night. You have a lot on your mind. Lately, it feels like you've had a lot on your mind. It's a beautiful reading because it's spirit showing you that you come into acceptance. And when you come into acceptance regarding what this person has shown you in their true colors, you are going to be so released and free, like a burden has been lifted off of you. Look at that energy there. Those swords are like your own thoughts, and those are not peaceful thoughts. It feels like lately you've been thinking a lot to previous conversations, what someone has said to you that's hurt you. But it feels like this week you accept the truth. You accept someone's truth. That's their truth. That's not your truth. And that's not a reflection of you and any of your worthiness. So if you've been beating yourself up the way that I can see, this week, that energy shifts for you tremendously. The shift comes about with acceptance. People are going to be who they are. You can't change who they are. There's nothing that you could have done differently. Nothing that you can do differently moving forward. You can't control anyone. And see, I'm saying this to you because it feels like that's your experience and what you come to realize. You decide this week, I'm not going to keep thinking about these things. I'm not going to keep blaming myself for things. I choose to let all of this go. And it feels like this week you see for yourself that this person is someone that you can't take seriously. It's someone that has a lot of growing up to do, someone that comes across as very immature and just doesn't have the same level of emotional intelligence as you do. I have to put this little disclaimer because I know some of you now watching, this is a love reading, romantic love, but I already know for some of you, this is a realization that you have about someone else. It could be someone from the past that you were involved with romantically, or someone that is in your life, an important person in your life that you're not romantically connected to, but you see these things about them. So what I want you to know is that you have relief coming in. It's like you just decide to pull all of your power back to you this week. You see that you've been giving too much of your energy into something that only hurts you and does not serve you, and you pull all of that power back to yourself. You go from feeling kind of helpless to feeling empowered, knowing that all of that comes from within you. And that you don't need any validation from someone on the outside. All of the validation you need is from within. It just feels like this week you deeply reflect on what's been hurting you. And there's things that you've been letting hurt you that you're not going to let hurt you anymore after this week, or someone that's been hurting you because of the way they are with you, the way they've treated you, or the way they've been treating you, and you're not going to accept that anymore. Enough is enough. You're tired of feeling stuck. You're tired of feeling bad. You're tired of feeling trapped, weighed down over someone's actions that you cannot control. So for some of you here, it's spirit telling you that things that you keep reflecting on that happened with someone you're still with, that's not serving you anymore. That doesn't help you anymore. That's not protecting you from anything. It's only hurting you. Okay, Capricorn. That's what I can see going on, you guys. I love you so much. I hope that the reading was helpful for you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here today. All right, you guys. So that is what I have for you. That's what's going on in your love life this week. Don't forget to check your sun, moon, and rising signs for more messages from Spirit. I do hope that you guys enjoyed these readings. I definitely enjoyed reading for you. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Thank you, and I will see you in the next reading.